Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, illuminating your path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
And I'm Lunaria, Selene, your intuitive guide.
We bridge celestial wisdom,
Unlock your modern path.
discover guiding starlight insights.
Explore powerful cosmic energies. So how do planetary transits shape your story today?
All right, let's dive into this incredible stack of source material you've shared with us. We're really zeroing in on 2025, specifically for a Libra Sun woman with an Aries Rising.
Yes, and our mission here is to sort of unpack what these sources are telling us to get a clear picture of the big challenges, but also the exciting opportunities this specific celestial combo presents next year.
What I found fascinating right away is how the material frames this blend. Aries fire, Libra air. It's quite the mix, isn't it?
It really is. They call the overall archetype the warrioress of equilibrium. It captures that paradox, perfectly fierce action and seeking harmony.
Exactly. And it breaks it down further. The Aries rising is labeled the crimson catalyst. That's the party that just, goes pioneer spirit, initiates things.
Points the spear, basically. It's that raw impulse, the spark that gets things moving.
And then, at the core, the Libra sun is the rose strategist. That's the energy-seeking justice balance, weaving that Venusian grace into everything.
Right. The diplomat, the artist within, always aiming for connection, beauty, fairness, masterful persuasion, too.
So for 2025, the sources really emphasize this dynamic interplay. It sounds like the crimson catalyst, the Aries part, needs to step up first.
Yeah, like it carves out the space, maybe through being assertive, making a bold move, clearing the path, essentially.
And then the rose strategist, the Libra part, can come in and work her magic. Apply that diplomacy, find the elegant solution once the space is made.
But it also seems to work the other way around. The Libra strategy tempers the Aries fire, right? Adds intention, stops it from just being impulsive.
Exactly. It's not about one dominating the other, but a fusion, a real integration.
And the sources give this integrated archetype a really potent name for 2025. The tempered blade.
Ooh, I like that. The tempered blade sword, armored in silk, justice forged in fire. It sounds powerful, but refined.
It really does. It evokes this image of strength that knows when to push and when to yield, when to fight and when to negotiate. Power with grace.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics of the cosmic weather for 2025, based on these sources. They call the whole period the entangled duel. It sounds intense.
It does. And first up, a really big player. Pluto moving into Aquarius, right into your 7th house. The material calls this the relationship singularity.
Pluto, transformation power, digging deep. In the 7th house of relationships, partnerships, contracts. Well, that sounds like major shifts are coming in connections.
Absolutely. The sources suggest Pluto here demands almost a collapse of outdated dynamics, unequal partnerships. Things that aren't authentic anymore, they get challenged big time.
So that Libra desire for harmony gets pushed. It has to become, what did the source say? Revolutionary diplomacy?
Exactly. It's not just keeping the peace. It's about actively reshaping relationships for genuine balance and truth. And the source uses this quantum entanglement idea.
Oh yeah, tell me about that. That sounds fascinating.
Well, the idea is when you assert yourself that Aries energy, it's not just about you. It instantly changes the relational quantum field. Like your inner shift immediately impacts your outer connections. They're linked.
Wow, okay. So asserting your needs directly transforms the relationship itself instantly.
That's the concept presented. And then adding another layer of complexity, Neptune is also shifting signs, moving into Aries, into your 1st house.
Neptune. Dissolution, spirituality, maybe illusion. In the 1st house of self, what does the source say that does? It calls it the sovereignty mirage.
Right. So Neptune here is described as dissolving things like self-doubt, people-pleasing habits, almost like masks are melting away, but with a spiritual urgency behind it.
Making you question who you really are, separate from those masks.
Precisely. And the source poses this key question. Whose battles are you actually fighting? Is it your core truth driving you, or are you still acting out old roles that Neptune's trying to dissolve?
That mirage part suggests it might be confusing trying to figure that.
It could be. The source uses another quantum concept here, wave-particle duality.
Mhm.
Are you acting like the particle, the reactive Aries warrior, just lashing out?
Or are you embodying the wave, that sovereign peace, the integrated self, radiating balance like your Libra sun wants, but from a place of strength?
That's the dichotomy it presents, a real point of reflection for 2025.
Okay, moving on. Jupiter's also making moves. Into Gemini, your 5th house. The sources call this the tactical playground. That sounds lighter.
It does sound more playful. Jupiter expands things, brings opportunities, And the fifth house is creativity, self-expression, romance, fun, even intellectual sparring.
So that whole area gets a boost.
A big boost. And the sources specifically say your Libra charm becomes a really potent strategic tool here. It's a year to playfully experiment with how you communicate, connect, maybe even flirt using your wit strategically.
Tactical charm. I like it. Okay, what else? There was Saturn too, right?
Yes, Saturn retrograde in Pisces, impacting your third house. This is labeled karmic communication.
Saturn, structure, lessons, karma. Retrograde means review.
Mhm.
Third house is communication, thinking, siblings, local environment.
So a restructuring there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about reviewing and rebuilding foundations in how you think and communicate. The source stresses discerning truth from any Piscean fog or confusion, getting really clear and structured in your mind and words.
Okay, so we've got Pluto revolutionizing relationships, Neptune dissolving old self-concepts, Jupiter expanding creative strategy, and Saturn refining communication. That is an entangled duel.
It truly is. And this isn't just happening abstractly out there. The source materials dives into how this shows up physically in the body, the Somatic Astrology section, right? How these energies actually feel. So the Aries rising energy, where does that land?
Often in the head, temples, adrenal glands, according to the source. You might feel like heat behind the eyes when challenged, or notice you're clenching your jaw.
Makes sense. And the suggested relief, peppermint oil on the temples.
Yeah, a simple way to cool that fire physically.
And the Libra Sun, where does that tension show up?
Kidneys, lower back, sometimes the throat chakra, maybe feeling a lump in your throat when you're silencing your needs, or actual lower back pain from carrying relationship stress.
Literally carrying the burden of maintaining balance.
Mhm.
And the source suggests rose quartz over the kidneys.
As a soothing practice, yes.
Okay, what about the transits? Pluto in the 7th. How might that feel physically?
The source mentions things like tight shoulders, like you're physically bracing against relationship tension or carrying others' energy, or even cold hands, maybe signifying withholding connection.
Interesting. And the relief is just shaking your hands.
Vigorously, yeah, to physically release that held energy.
And Neptune in the 1st, the sovereignty mirage. Physical signs.
Could be tingling at the crown chakra, maybe feeling those soul downloads the source mentions, or even dizziness, disorientation as the old self dissolves. Grounding is key there.
Stamping your feet 3 times, the source suggests. Simple, but effective.
And there's one more specific transit highlighted for its body impact. Mars, your Aries ruler, moving through Cancer, July 20th to September 4th.
What did the source call that? Emotional armory, in all caps.
Yes, because Mars in sensitive Cancer brings up protective instincts, fierce emotions. It might feel like heat in the womb area, protective fury, or even nausea from swallowed words or feelings.
That's intense in the practice. Hand on the solar plexus.
And on the solar plexus, stating aloud, my boundaries are sacred. A very direct way to embody that protective energy consciously.
It's really powerful how the sources link the cosmic blueprint directly to felt sensations in the body. Makes it very tangible.
Definitely. And it emphasizes that you're not the first to navigate this specific Aries-Libra blend. The historical synchronicity section gives some great examples.
Oh, right, like who?
Eleanor Roosevelt. Libra Sun, Aries Rising. The source calls her the diplomat warrioress. Her Aries pushed for fierce advocacy, but her Libra navigated everything with such grace and strategic relationship building.
Advocacy through relational brilliance. That fits.
Then there's Brigitte Bardot. Same combo. The strategic rebel. Used her Libra charm and beauty, but her Aries fire launched that fearless animal rights activism.
Weaponizing beauty for justice. Another powerful image.
And Mata Hari, Libra Sun, Aries Rising, the ultimate double agent maybe. Used Libra allure to disarm while her Aries audacity let her dance right on the edge of danger.
Charm is a tool of daring. Wow. These women really show the incredible range and power of this combination.
They absolutely do. Courage, beauty, strategy, all rolled into one.
And the sources don't just leave it at analysis, they offer practical tools. The warrioress's atelier, they call it.
Yes, including some really potent pause and reflect questions, especially useful during those intense Mars and Pluto transits.
Questions like, where does my inner catalyst, my Aries side, maybe sabotage the long-term peace my Libra side wants?
Or this one's really insightful. What fairness addiction, that Libra shadow of needing peace, even if it's false, stops me from having necessary conflict, especially with Pluto demanding truth in relationships?
That's a tough one. Facing conflict when your instinct is harmony.
And also, how can my Aries courage revolutionize my relationships without just, burning everything down, finding that balance in action.
These questions really guide you towards that integrated tempered blade ideal.
They do. And there's also a specific ritual outlined for forging the rose sword during the Aries new moon in March 2025.
For ritual, tell me more. What's involved?
It uses the energy of that new moon for initiation. Materials are simple. Red candle for Aries fire, pink rose for Libra grace, a steel nail for boundaries, and paper.
Okay, and what do you do?
You light the candle, affirming your bold existence. Press rose petals to your heart, honoring harmony. Then you scratch a specific boundary you need onto the nail, letting the residue fall on the paper.
Like etching the intention.
Exactly. Then you burn the paper safely, seeing the ashes as activated potential, and you keep the nail as a physical reminder, a talisman.
That sounds like a really grounding way to set an intention for the year.
Very much so. And there's also an embodiment exercise for handling difficult conversations. The breath of the warrior strategist.
Oh, like something you do right before.
Yeah. You stand in a strong horse stance that's the Aries grounding, but hold your hands in prayer pose for Libra balance.
Okay, posture, then breath.
A specific sequence. Breathe in for 4 counts, filling your belly with fire. Hold for 2 counts, feeling that Aries power. Then exhale slowly for 6 counts, maybe whispering balance, feeling Libra grace. Repeat 3 times.
Inhale fire, hold power, exhale balance. Got it.
The idea is to feel both assertiveness and harmony right there in your body, ready to engage from a centered place.
Taking the astrology and making it physically real. I love that.
And this archetype, the tempered blade, it shows up in culture too, according to the sources.
Like where?
Film examples. Beatrix Kiddo in Kill Bill, that relentless Aries pursuit is ultimately driven by a deep, almost Libran devotion to her child.
Oh, okay, I see that. Fierce protection meets deep love.
And Éowyn from Lord of the Rings, remember her I am no man line, pure Aries defiance, but delivered with such noble poise, very Libra.
Yes, good one. Music.
Halsey's song Nightmare is mentioned. Raw Aries rage, but often presented with a kind of haunting melodic style, that Libra aesthetic.
And art.
Artemisia Gentileschi's paintings, incredible Libra-like elegance and composition, but depicting scenes of fierce Aries-level justice and female power.
So this blend of fierce and fair, strong and graceful, it resonates widely.
It really does. Which brings us to the future forecasting part of the material. It lays out 3 possible paths for 2025, depending on how you integrate these energies.
Okay, the potential outcomes. Path 1.
The unchecked missile. This is if you lean too hard into the reactive Aries side.
So charging into fights, needing to win, burning bridges.
Pretty much. The outcome described is isolation, exhausted allies, winning battles but losing the war, essentially. The image is stark. A sword resting alone in a wasteland.
Ouch. Okay, path 2.
The doormat strategist. This is over-identifying with the shadow side of Libra, avoiding conflict at all costs.
So tolerating bad situations for fake peace, losing yourself in others' needs.
Exactly. Leading to resentment, loss of self, getting stuck in manipulative situations. The image here is a gilded cage with open doors. You could leave, but you don't.
Also not ideal, so path 3 must be the goal.
Path 3 is the tempered blade. True integration.
And how does that look?
It looks like initiating the necessary battles, but using elegant strategic tactics. Using Aries courage consciously, guided by Libra diplomacy, renegotiating relationships from sovereign strength, not neediness or fear.
Using both sides together constructively. And the outcome.
Revolutionary relationships built on real respect and authentic power, becoming that beacon of fierce grace. The image is beautiful, a rose garden, thriving, and protected by a flaming sword. Harmony fiercely guarded.
Beauty and boundaries. That sounds like the sweet spot.
It really does, and the Oracle's decree section sums it all up powerfully. It says 2025 is your sacred negotiation.
Not choosing sword or scales.
But becoming the living equation where they meet. Let Pluto burn away unequal contracts, let Neptune dissolve the pleasing martyr.
And use Jupiter's energy to make your playful, authentic expression a powerful force.
The source gives this amazing declaration to embody.
I fight for beauty.
I diplomatize fire.
My blade carves space.
Where justice can dance.
Wow. That's something to hold on to. Are there key dates mentioned?
Yes, several key 2025 activations. March 21st, the Aries new moon time to forge your rose sword.
May 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini in your 5th. Launch creative provocations.
July 20th to set forth, Mars and Cancer protect emotional territories consciously.
October 2nd, the Libra new moon. Perfect for rebalancing relationships from this new integrated place.
And on November 19th, Saturn RX ends a time when those clear communication channels can really solidify.
So specific moments to really tune in and work with these energies throughout the year.
Exactly. Milestones for the journey.
Okay, so wrapping this up, considering that path of the tempered blade, that fusion, the real question the source leaves us mulling over is, how can you, the listener, actively practice integrating both that fierce courage and that elegant diplomacy in a specific relationship or challenge you're facing, like right now?
That's the heart of it, isn't it? Taking this cosmic insight and applying it directly.
As our cosmic journey concludes,
Dive deeper into your unique path.
request your email audio reading now.
Find the link in the description below.
Explore episode resources and links.
All details are waiting for you there. Ignite. Think. Become.
Subscribe for Starlight Insights. Thank you for joining us.